one of the things that people don't realize, I guess, is the embodied environmental impact of some of these assets. So the key things that the public and companies are generally aware of are things around fuel use and electricity use. However, we're going more into the importance of supply chain risk and where your materials are coming from, and also even where your workforce is coming from and how you're hiring people, things around modern slavery and legislation around social risk in your supply chain is becoming more and more prevalent in Europe and Australia as well. So here we have an example of 3 different material types to make a light rail station roof. And you can see the one on the very left is zinc compared to a composite metal and a steel product. So you can see the ones on the right have fairly low environmental impact, whereas a zinc material used in the roof has a massive impact. And even more so, that impact is spread across different types of impacts. So although you can see the pink bar there is carbon emissions, which is pretty much the same for all 3 materials when you're looking at the transport and the construction and the use of that material in a stop. The environmental toxicity of producing and manufacturing zinc sheets is significantly larger than other materials. So we're working with our clients to kind of identify environmental impacts in their materials and in their supply chain, but also looking at where their supply chain expands to. So if they're importing products from China or India or South America or Africa or Europe, understanding what the supply chain risks are in those areas in terms of environmental legislation and risk associated with environmental impact, but also looking at social risks. So what are the slave type risks over in China? What are the modern labor hire practices? What are the issues associated with people who are producing these products in those areas? And are we not meeting our requirements because we're going for the lowest cost option overseas when we can possibly manage that supply chain through engagement with our suppliers or hiring local workforce or sourcing locally?